Everybody, welcome to our channel, and today we continue our group of videos about road building. And in one of the previous video I told you how to demontar the ring, and I show you this feeder that you can see that's broken, that's damaged here, and I already found the inside input. So we'll put it right here. You can see that we have a scratch here, and also we don't have a bite of neck here. Yeah, we'll put it actually inside. So this way, everything will be held on the glue, and outside we will have this bandage. It will be here. So I'm gonna show you how it will look like. That's quite difficult to get it here, so I found it. That was quite difficult to find, the appropriate bandage. So despite that we have, a huge stretch there, it doesn't matter, because now this part is quite rigid. It won't be broken. We'll try, and after gluing, it will be really, rigid and strong connection. So don't be afraid of this strange, I mean, that's not necessarily this strange thing. I just found it myself. That was quite difficult, to find it, because there's a difference in diameters, because they are a little bit different. So this surface, I'll make it absolutely smooth without any, cover that we have here. So we will have a ring here, and everything will be covered with varnish. So we have this input. You can see that the diameter here went accidentally, but here we can't put it as much as we want. So because of it, we'll need to reduce it a little bit. Just if we didn't have an inside glueness that I put inside, and because of it, we could broke it, and because of it I put one more part of a carbon tube there. So now I can quite fluently sharpen it. So when the help of it will be here, the other one here, and everything will be as I want. So as you can see, right now we can't put it here in this place. So if it's quite difficult for it to get here, but we can do it here, and we'll need to sharpen a little bit. So now I'm gonna to do that. I'm gonna to sharpen it, and when I'll glue it, I'll show you. So I'm here. I've done everything. You can see that everything comes here really, isn't it? Everything is really, fluent here. It's quite simple to get it here. It holds really well, but when we glue it, it will hold much better. So you will see when I glue it. So we'll do it this way. As you can see, this bandage after varnish, it will not be visible because this is really thin, and I've done it quite beautiful. You can see it. It looks like you buy it. It looks like you just buy it from the shop. So probably the ring will be in the middle of it, and the edges will be fluent. So after varnishing, you will not be able to see the difference between U1 and this one, because you will not. That's because. So I'll use this glue. You can see that this is made for gluing the knees. And there's one more category of glue. This is, really, and this is not, a liquid, because sometimes it's quite difficult to put this input into inside our rod. We more than insert, I meant insert, not input. So we use this glue for other things sometimes in other. So, but actually we have two kind of them. We always buy two kind of them. So, and in rod building we use more than often these kinds of them. So let's stir the glue. You can see that all the varnish and all the glues, I put them into the syringe, because that's more easy to glue something. There's no air there, and that will work longer for you. And if you just store it here, there will be some air here, and because of it, the glue won't work alone. And it's better to store them in syringe. And because of it, I just use them. That's more and more convenient. I can advise you to do the same. And just for insurance. So now I'm going to stir the equal doses of them. This you can see, just this thing I've made myself. I actually just a cover of the fishing reel, and for me that's quite convenient to use. So that's really convenient to use it with this syringe. And you just close it, and you don't need to do anything more. After putting the glue here, now we need to stir it, and now we've got 15 minutes for gluing the necessary parts. So if you will not be able to do it in this time, you will have to stir the glue again, because it will be quite dry. You will not be able to glue anything anymore. So because of it, you need to consider it. One more thing I'd like to pay your attention on. I don't advise you to stir the glue near the hair, and because of it, you won't have 15 minutes. You will have only about 5 minutes, and it will dry faster. You actually will not be able to work at all. So we've done it. Then we need to put the glue into the bottom part of it. We take a little bit of it. I use this thing, and we put it inside into the knee. So now you can see what we're doing. You have to do the same thing actually. Now we need to also grease this part of our insert. And now this way we'll put it here. This way. You have to do it this way too. And you can see that unnecessary part of our glue is just going out to the knee. So this knee is absolutely ready. So now we'll do the same thing with the second knee. We will also grease this part. And the top part of our insert too. So now the same way we'll put it here. You can see you need to look after it, just not to let it go inside. So you need to hold it, and we'll put it only until our mark. So we've done it. Unnecessary glue, we need to take it off to throw it away. So also we can use this tissue to wasp the unnecessary glue. I will not actually throw it all away, because in this place I will, using the scotch. So you will see now, and I will use the scotch, sellotape, and I will cover it. You will see how. And that's gonna be really, strange maybe, but that really work. I'm going to wrap it using the sellotape, and then only after that I'll use the bandage. So you can see I put this bandage from the sellotape, but you know that I've done it with the glue part of it is outside, and because of it there is no glue touches our rod, and now we have kind of vacuum inside, and this way will help the glue to get inside every part of the rod, all the stretches and other things like that. That's really good thing to do. I really advise you to do the same. That's really good. Into a couple of hours I will go on shooting this video, and I will put the bandage here after, of course, taking the sellotape off. Of course, when I finish doing everything. So the time has come where I take the scotch off the sellotape, and as you can see, the glue part isn't on the rod. You have to consider it. We don't put this part on the rod. So as you can see, everything is, all the glue is dry. Even in this condition, the rod is really strong rigged. So now we only need to put the bandage here and just to glue it. So I'm going to show you how to do it. And when everything dries, I'll put the ring here. So I've put the ring here. Unfortunately, I couldn't shoot it for you because the battery on my camera just died. And actually, this is not the last video. You'll see it in some more videos, and we have some videos about this topic, some videos about winding, how to make winding in our previous videos. So now I'm gonna put the varnish here. We need it just for... Why do we need it? Okay, we need it for our nail to be really thin, and we need it for our blank. This way, that's really better. So now we take this really thin one, and we'll put the edges of it with help of it. I mean, we need to take the thin brush, and now I'm going to heat this varnish with the flame, but these not really beautiful ways don't have to kinda annoy you, because they will just go away, they will disappear a bit later, because our layer of varnish is already thin. So now you can see what I'm doing now. The places where there is no enough of varnish, I put some more here. And this part out of our ring. As you can see, our varnish is on its place, and now we will not touch it for about a day. I mean 24 hours, but actually that's better not to touch it for 28 hours. And there's one thing: don't touch this varnish by your fingers, because we will have some steps of them here. So as you can see, the varnish is really looks really beautiful, really good. So now everything is varnished, our varnish is dry, and we also need to not to touch for about maybe 20 hours more. And as you can see how it looked before, this way, just know how not beautiful it was and how beautiful it's now. That's really oh my gosh, my bad. That looks really beautiful. Awesome, I'd say. Of course, that's clear to understand that it's visible to see that that we have this insert here, but who doesn't even know anything about roads, the person will not be able to recognize this insert. And I hope that you like this video. If you have any questions, just ask them in the comment section below. Drop your comment, what do you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like. Good luck. Goodbye.